Airports used to feel like gateways to adventure. Now, they're digital checkpoints. Across the United States, thousands of travelers are being stopped, questioned, and even denied entry, all because of what's on their phone. What many don't realize is that your device tells a story about you. Your habits, your contacts, your opinions, your jokes. And that story can be misunderstood in seconds. In this video, we'll uncover how U.S. airport security actually checks your phone, what they're legally allowed to do, and what smart travelers delete long before they fly. Watch until the end to learn how to protect your privacy and your freedom to travel. Subscribe to Epic Voyage for more essential travel intelligence that keeps you one step ahead of the system. When you walk through security, the uniforms may all look the same, but the authority behind them is not. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, focuses primarily on physical threats: weapons, explosives, and prohibited items. Their mission is to keep airplanes safe from physical harm. What many travelers don't know is that TSA officers do not have the legal authority to demand access to your phone, your passwords, or your private data. But once you cross into the jurisdiction of Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, everything changes. CBP officers operate under completely different laws. At the U.S. border, they can ask for your phone, require you to unlock it, and even copy its contents, all without a warrant or specific suspicion. This authority extends to airports, land crossings, and seaports. Travelers often confuse TSA and CBP because their checkpoints sometimes appear side by side. TSA screens passengers for flight safety, while CBP enforces immigration and customs law. The shift happens quietly, often as soon as you arrive at immigration. CBP policies classify searches into basic and advanced. A basic search is when an officer scrolls manually through your phone. An advanced search uses specialized forensic tools capable of copying data, even deleted material, for further analysis. These tools can access photos, contacts, location history, and encrypted files if unlocked. In 2024, CBP officers conducted more than 35,000 digital inspections. Each one represents an individual whose personal device became evidence. Most of them were ordinary travelers, not suspects. The border has become a digital frontier where privacy rules blur. It only takes one misunderstood photo, message, or meme to trigger suspicion. A Brazilian engineer arriving in Miami was detained for 8 hours because his phone contained images from a nuclear facility he had visited for work. A Colombian influencer was held in Los Angeles after officers found Instagram posts criticizing immigration policies, which were labeled as anti-American. A Canadian traveler was stopped in Detroit when his WhatsApp group called Lost Compass 420 was mistaken for a marijuana reference. These cases highlight a larger truth. Digital context rarely survives inspection. A picture from a workplace, a political discussion, or a humorous meme may appear harmless to you, but alarming to someone trained to detect threats. CBP's internal review process emphasizes possible indicators of national security concern. This language gives officers enormous discretion. Anything unusual or inconsistent with declared purpose of travel can justify a deeper inspection. That's why travelers are advised to prepare their devices as carefully as they prepare their luggage. Even academic researchers and journalists have reported similar treatment. One Harvard professor missed an international conference when officers questioned her about data related to her research. The information was public and legitimate, yet the misunderstanding cost her an entire trip. The more digital content you carry, the greater the chance something can be misinterpreted. A device that seems cluttered, full of unorganized chats, political discussions, or random media may invite further questions. Many people believe that if they have nothing to hide, they have nothing to fear. But border inspections are not about uncovering crimes. They're about assessing risk. Officers analyze patterns of behavior, who you contact, what you search, and how you communicate. Artificial intelligence tools flag keywords, emojis, or certain app activity as potential red flags. Some travelers delete content minutes before arriving, thinking it will protect them. In reality, that can make things worse. Forensic tools detect deletion patterns and recover files stored in system caches. A sudden purge just before boarding can raise suspicion that you're concealing information. Consider the case of a lawyer traveling for work who deleted protest photos an hour before her flight. Agents flagged the activity and detained her for 12 hours. The data itself wasn't incriminating, but the timing of her deletion was enough to trigger concern. This is why timing is crucial. Security agencies are trained to read digital behavior the same way they read body language. Sudden changes, rushed deletions, or nervous responses can all become indicators. Your best protection is to prepare gradually, long before you reach the airport. Every click, message, and download leaves a trail. Political discussions, dark humor, or sarcastic memes may seem harmless among friends, but can be misinterpreted by officers scanning for hostility. Photos from protests, nightclubs, or even near government buildings can appear suspicious when viewed without explanation. Apps can also raise red flags. Encrypted messengers, dating platforms, and cryptocurrency wallets may attract scrutiny simply because they are associated with anonymity. Even contacts with foreign phone numbers or nicknames like Plug or Money Mike can be misread as code. Most travelers underestimate how connected their devices are. Social media apps cache data. Location services record your movements. And cloud accounts keep older photos even after deletion. Many of these traces remain accessible when your phone is unlocked. Travelers should also remember that location metadata can link photos to specific sites. For example, a harmless selfie at an industrial facility might contain GPS coordinates that correspond to restricted areas. Officers analyzing metadata might assume surveillance activity. The safest approach is a gradual cleanup. Begin weeks in advance, removing unnecessary apps and private content slowly. Avoid mass deletions right before travel. Back up what you need, encrypt it if possible, and clear your local storage step by step. Journalists, diplomats, and executives who travel frequently use specific privacy routines. 2 weeks before departure, they perform a full encrypted backup of their devices using secure cloud services such as Proton Drive or Tresorit. These services use zero-knowledge encryption, meaning even the provider cannot read your files. Once the backup is complete, they perform a factory reset on the device. After resetting, they reinstall only essential tools: airline apps, hotel reservations, offline maps, translation tools, and emergency contacts. Banking or social media apps remain off the device until they return home. Some professionals carry a secondary travel phone. This is a basic smartphone with no personal history, used solely for communication abroad. If questioned, there is little on it to inspect. Even if confiscated, no sensitive data is exposed. On laptops, experts create separate user profiles, one for personal data, one for travel. They encrypt the personal partition so that even if the travel profile is opened, private information stays inaccessible. This same method is used by human rights workers and corporate security teams operating in sensitive regions. The goal isn't secrecy, it's control. By limiting what can be seen, travelers prevent misunderstandings and maintain peace of mind. If an officer asks to inspect your phone, the most important asset is composure. First, confirm who is asking. TSA officers conduct physical screenings. They cannot demand access to digital devices. CBP officers at passport control or baggage claim have greater authority. If a CBP officer requests access, ask clearly whether you are legally required to unlock the device. In some cases, they will proceed regardless, but many reconsider when they realize you understand your rights. If you must unlock your phone, avoid saying your password aloud. Write it on paper and retrieve it afterward. Travelers also have the right to request a written record of the inspection. Ask for a property receipt listing what was taken, along with the officer's name and badge number. U.S. citizens cannot be denied entry, though their devices may be retained temporarily. For non-citizens, refusal can result in denial of entry. If questioning escalates, calmly request to contact a lawyer. This single phrase triggers additional oversight in the process. Keep your tone respectful but firm. Most officers respond professionally when they see confidence and understanding. Security agencies increasingly rely on data analytics to assess traveler risk. Pilot programs at several U.S. airports use artificial intelligence to evaluate passenger behavior, tracking not only travel history, but also device activity and network patterns. These systems can detect anomalies such as frequent SIM swaps, multiple logins from different regions, or suspicious app installations. Some use Bluetooth and Wi-Fi data to identify devices previously associated with flagged individuals. Although these capabilities are still limited, they mark a shift toward predictive security. By 2026, border regulations may include provisions for reviewing cloud-linked accounts in certain cases. That means even a freshly wiped phone could be analyzed through connected data. To counter this, travelers are advised to disable automatic cloud synchronization before departure. Logging out of all accounts and enabling airplane mode prevents real-time data exchange during inspection. Using encrypted messengers and strong biometric security further reduces exposure. Technology can threaten privacy, but it can also protect it when used wisely. The same encryption tools that officers view with suspicion are also the best defense for legitimate travelers. Preparing your phone for international travel isn't about secrecy. It's about minimizing misinterpretation. Start 30 days before departure with a gradual cleanup. Delete unnecessary photos, sensitive messages, and outdated files in small batches. Securely back up your essentials using encrypted services, not open cloud drives. 15 days before your flight, organize your device for simplicity. Keep only what's relevant: boarding passes, maps, reservations, identification copies, and emergency contacts. The fewer icons and folders, the less chance of confusion. 3 days before departure, disable automatic syncing and clear browser histories. Charge your device fully and keep it powered during inspection. A dead phone can be perceived as non-cooperation. Use guest mode if available. If questioned, remain calm. Do not unlock your phone with facial recognition or fingerprint under pressure. Use a passcode. Document any search where legally permitted. After travel, change all passwords, review your accounts for unfamiliar logins, and enable two-factor authentication. Consistent, methodical preparation prevents panic. A calm traveler with an organized phone draws little attention. In today's world, your phone is not just a device. It's an extension of your identity. Every app, contact, and message paints a portrait of who you are. Crossing borders means crossing digital lines, where privacy depends on knowledge. Travelers who take time to prepare, back up, and simplify their devices protect more than their data. They protect their freedom to move without fear. The system may evolve, technology may grow more invasive, but awareness remains the strongest defense. When you pass through an airport, remember, your phone speaks for you. Make sure it says only what you intend. Your phone can be your passport or your trap. The difference is how well you prepare. If this video helped you understand what really happens behind airport security, share it with your friends before their next flight. Subscribe to Epic Voyage for more behind-the-scenes insights into travel, aviation, and the systems shaping how we move around the world. Travel smart, stay private, and always stay one step ahead.